What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the 1894. I'm Darren. I've got Joe me here today to review the 4-1 thumping of 4th place Brighton. Let's get right into it. Right, so coming off, again, what I can describe as a thumping against Bruges, we just went out, we played nearly the same team, there were two changes, we went straight back out and we just destroyed Brighton in that first half in particular. We destroyed Brighton. We were all full of energy, players with points who needed proving. Jesus, he was pretty good, he came back into the team. Gundogan, he was okay. He came back into the team. He got a goal as well. Good finish, good poacher. You know what I mean? But Joe, what do you think of the game?
That first half was, I think, bar maybe the first 5-10 minutes where Brighton pressed really well. We kind of struggled to get into the game. We totally dominated. Well, like I just said, the Brighton press was pretty good. They offered nothing going forward. I think they managed one shot on target in that first half. They offered absolutely nothing. We totally dominated. We were well worth our 3 goals in the end. But the second half was a completely different story. We fell apart from the start of the second half until like the last 10 minutes, which was just after they scored the penalty. I don't know what happened, what Pep said. I don't know whether the players were of the mindset that the game was done, but Brighton came out and they came out with nothing to lose, and they deserved their goal. It was still a penalty, right? But they still deserved a goal at the end of it regardless, because they were just all over us. But the subs kind of changed the game a little bit. Mahrez came on and got that goal to kind of wrap it up at the end.
Again, it's great the depth we have, the quality we can bring on off the bench and just change a game. Because again, I think it was what you said, Joe. I think the players turned off, they thought the game was over, they went, right, fuck it, we'll just take our foot off the gas. We'll think about preservation for Tuesday. Is it Tuesday or Wednesday?
Wednesday.
We'll think about Wednesday. We'll hold on to it and we'll just go from there. And look, it was going to work. I think I wasn't on the stream. I came into the stream and said that maybe we could bring on Fernandinho, maybe we could bring on Zinchenko. He brought on Fernandinho, but Joe said to me in the stream that maybe it wasn't the best idea because he's playing West Ham, but he came on. He looks solid enough. Now, Rodri does need a rest. He's played so much football, and they get it on Wednesday as well. But I thought today there was one man around the show, it was Phil Foden. I thought it was absolutely outstanding. It's just proven, again, now his second goal probably shouldn't have been his. I stand by it, right? Probably shouldn't have been his, but he just ran the show today. And he's just showing why he's the best young player in the world. And you heard me right, he's the best young player in the world. That's what he's doing. He's going out there and he's doing it. He's playing well for England. He's shown he can play in multiple different roles, play it deeper on the wing, play as a 10, play as an 8. He can do whatever, and he's just magic. And Joe, honestly, I think we should be so grateful we have him for another 6 years. I think he's on the 6-year contract. No, 6 years, right? We should be so thankful. I think it's crazy that we have him in our team, but what do you make of him?
He's, at the moment, after that Chelsea game where he was a bit poor in that sort of false 9 role, he was really good against Bruges and he was really good again today against Brighton. He seems to almost have started to find his feet in that sort of role where he knows he could be a bit more free and interchange with players and drop deeper, drop left, right, knowing that Grealish can swap with Grealish, he could swap with Jesus and swap with Bernardo Silva. He knows that can happen and it comes really fluid. And ultimately, it's still not his natural position, so I don't even think we're seeing him at his best, which is mental to think because he's performing so well.
I don't even know what his natural position is at this stage. He's just so good everywhere he plays. I think he hasn't got a ceiling at the minute. I said that about Palmer, but Foden in particular has not got a ceiling. He could go out and get Ballon d'Or very, very easily. And again, he's playing for Man City. That could be why he doesn't get the Ballon d'Or, but he's playing for Man City. We have just got so many world-class players. It just amuses me, to be honest. But actually, speaking of players we don't know who the natural position is, Joao Cancelo put in another good, what would you call it? Another good performance today. That's what we'll call it. Another good performance. I thought he was pretty good. I think we've given him an 8 in the player rounds, but I think he's just solid. And for a right back, he's the best left back in the world on form. He's amazing. We were seeing some of his stats. I haven't actually got them in front of me, and I'll bad present them, whatever. But we haven't got them in front of us. But he's like ranked first in like touches, I think progressive passes as well. And like he's an animal. And like he plays in midfield, he goes on the wing, he does whatever. You know the Cancelo role, but he's different. To put it the way Aguero puts it, he's different gravy. And I wouldn't change him for anyone in the world at the minute.
Neither. I mean, I've got the stats here. I've managed to find them in that little
Yes,
little
he
bit in
said.
between. This was shown before the Brighton game kicked off. He was ranked first in the league for touches, first in the league for passes, first in the league for passes into the final third, and second for interceptions. I mean, people say he's flawed defensively. That interception stat just tells you all you need to know. He's not overrated defensively. He can defend. He's perfect for the system we play, being able to play either side, tuck inside, overlap. It doesn't matter. I think I said this before. He's the best at what he can offer, which is, versatility, being able to do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, look, you'd have to be. I think the fact that he's been pushed onto the left and how good he's been on the left is a testament to how good a right back Kyle Walker is. How he brings his both defensive and, as you saw on Tuesday, offensive nature to the game. I think it speaks to how good both of them are. They're both fairly average today. It's fairly average. They both had fairly good games today. Cleaned out a couple of people. Great to watch. But look, talking about this player rating just makes me want to talk about the rest of them. So we'll get right into it now. Right, so now we're getting into player ratings. We'll start it off fresh. We'll start off with Edison. Edison got a 6 poor game win penalty. It wasn't that he had anything else really to do. I mean, they stung his gloves a couple of times, maybe more so in the second half, but the penalty is stonewall. I had a few people in work saying it wasn't a penalty. It's a penalty. It's a stonewall penalty. He just cropped him. But look, it happens. You can't be the best keeper in the world every day of the week. Then, moving on, centre halves and fullbacks. Cancelo got an 8. No, not more you can say about it. We already gave him a segment. It's just brilliant. Laporte and Diaz got a 9 now. I think the amount of balls that are flying at them in the second half, they really showed their defensive capability. Just getting a clear pass now, just making sure we're into danger. Really, just it says a lot about them. Says how good they are and that they should be getting 9s constantly. And look, they will be because they're the best. No, I gotta say it right, Joe. You can tell me if you agree. Right now, they're the best centre-half partnership in the world. Best centre-half partnership in the world. And look, then we gave Walker a 7. He wasn't he was just kind of there, not a defensively solid performance. But Joe, what do you think of the ratings?
Edison had a couple of saves to make. He dropped it a couple of times. He did spill it a couple of times when tested, which was a bit worrying, and obviously cleaned out and weaponry for that penalty, which was stonewall. I mean, it had to be given. In terms of Cancelo, I mean, standard now. It's becoming standard. He set the standard so high for himself. He could have scored at one point. Possibly unlucky not to. It was a good save from Sanchez, who had a good game himself. He made a lot of saves in that game. But Laporte and Diaz, I agree. In terms of partnership, in terms of two centre-halves, in terms of a partnership, I think they are the best. Obviously, individually, there probably are better options out there, but I wouldn't swap them for anyone in the world because of how good they work together. And then Walker, he picked up a yellow card for, like you said, cleaning someone, but overall solid, 7 out of 10, nothing to write home about, but he didn't really do anything bad.
Yeah, look, exactly. It's just such a good team. It's such a good, I think that back line, it's just untouchable at the minute. I know I said I wanted Zinchenko to get on, but you have to let Zinchenko get on and get some minutes. I'm not sure if he came on in the end, but he was, that back four, untouchable. 5 you can't keep it. They're untouchable. They can't get out. But speaking of untouchables, we have Rodri. Rodri we've given an 8. Bernardo we've given a 9, and Gundogan we've given an 8. Gundogan got a goal. Great poacher's instinct. It's what we're missing. It's what he added to us last season. And look, if he wants to play that well, if he wants to keep doing that, basically playing striker, I'm all for it. We were talking about him a while, how we've got him. He's not put on the weight, but he's got a lot slower. He's not moving as quick as he was last season, and that's going to come with playing the amount of football he has. But that's he got an 8. He was good. He put in the work, and he's only back from injury as well. So this is his floor at the minute. He's only going to rise up. Bernardo, again, there's nothing you can say about it. Left 2 lads on their arse and made what was it they shouted? Fucking hell, was it?
Yep.
Yeah, it's just fucking hell. Like it's becoming standard. He's just dropping people left, right, and centre. And then Rodri, look, we're not going to go over. I know how much stick I've given him. At the time I stood by it, but the man was the Herbie because now he's starting to pass it forward. And I've said it time and time again, him passing it forward is such a deadly weapon to all midfielders finish article, and that's what just deadly. What are you saying?
We said that he was too much of a Busquets type player when he first arrived, that his main strength was his ball retention and passing ability, which is come as a little bit of a surprise as to why he never really started playing as many progressive passes as he is doing now. But he's doing it now, and I can't really complain because they're working and he's putting in much better performance. I think during that spell of sort of half an hour in that second half, the start of it, when it was just corner after pressure, he was in there helping the centre halves just head it away because our team's pretty short compared to most teams. So he really needs to help out aerially because he's one of the taller players, and he did that. And that's something that he adds. He's a bit taller than Fernandinho. He's over 6 foot, so he does add that. Not that Fernandinho's bad at it, but yeah, I mean he's really good now, and I hope he can keep this up because he did it sort of last season when he went through a patch and he kind of went away a little bit. But I hope he can keep it up. And then Bernardo, it's just he dropped that Liverpool defence. He dropped Van Dijk. He's dropped 2 players again here today. I mean,
he made them run into each other, right? Can we just talk about it for a second? He made them run into each other and clean themselves out. He's fucking magic. He's absolutely magic.
Yeah, I mean, like, I hope and I pray that he's changed his mind because right now he's our best player. I hope and I pray. I cannot imagine us without him. We wouldn't be in this position. I don't think we'd be in this league position without him. He's just so good. And then Gundogan wasn't bad for his return from injury. Yeah, he got taken off, which fair enough. Again, this is his first game back. Happy to see him get a goal. So he's not completely, gone away from what he was last season.
Yeah, he has a poacher's instinct again. He's one of the rare midfielders that have that poacher's instinct to just be there when a goalkeeper spills the ball. Which actually, Gundogan's goal, I haven't got a clue how it was allowed. I haven't got a breeze how that was allowed. It was mental, but we'll get past it, right? 1-0. Right, now, getting back into the attackers. We have Grealish, we gave him an 8. Didn't live up to his performances, his non-performances during the week, but now he looks, his drive is back. Not that he didn't have the drive, but his drive was great today. He just ran at people, got the assist. Magic. He was great. He was very, very good today, and I'm back. I'm happy that he's back performing to his high standards. Then, Jesus beside him at 8. He was also very good. What was it, Joe? 2 goals, 5 assists in the games played? In 8 games.
Yep.
Look, that's off the right as well. I never knew how good a creator he was, but he just created. I think he got a couple of them at the Arsenal match I was at where he's just crossing, and then his crossing is actually good. So when he's not the one in the box, maybe we should put a few more in. Then the man of the hour, the man with the power, Phil Foden. He was everywhere. I don't even know where he played. He was everywhere. He was dropping deep. He was playing more advanced role. He was getting in behind. He's just, I'm running out of words to describe him at this stage, man. Generational. Absolutely generational. He's going to be a future City captain, future England captain, future Ballon d'Or winner. Nothing else to say, Joe. What do you think of the ratings?
That Grealish assist to Foden's first goal, and what should have really been Foden's only goal, was a counter-attack. We actually saw a counter-attack.
You gotta say that. What's happened?
I don't know what's happened, but no, really good counter-attack. I think it was Diaz wins it, Rodri plays it forward. Again, that man Rodri playing it forward. Bernardo Silva plays in Grealish, who squares it to Foden. He's got tap in. Great play. Good to see that him and Foden have a good link up. And that relationship is only going to build. He hasn't been here for long, so it's only going to get better. And he's only going to get better as an individual as well. So if he's performing like this, I can't wait to see what he's performing like in a few months. But yeah, Foden by far and away the best player on the pitch again. 2 goals and an assist. Technically, the stats show that for him. He was left, right, centre. He was deeper. He was pressing. He was everywhere, doing everything. Rightly so, man of the match. Sky's man of the match as well on the broadcast. Rightly so. And then Jesus, unlucky to not get the goal to his name. He did get the assist for that one, but no, he always presses. He always works hard. He did get taken off towards the end for Mahrez, who came on and scored, but it was another good performance.
He's just throwing us down the hats for the bigger games. Like, is he in our best 11 at the minute? I don't know. We've so many good performers at the minute. And just on that Grealish and Foden link up, they actually seem to be really good mates in real life, which is, I think it's helping on the pitch. If one wants to play off one way and one play off the other, just endless possibilities. Put a striker in front of him. Never know. You never know. But look, it was an absolutely great game. A great game. It's a great win. Great to go out, and I don't care if it's Brighton. They're still fourth. They still got to where they are by playing well, and we went out and we thumped them. Especially in the first half, we thumped them. And it's only spelling danger for the likes of Liverpool and Chelsea who want to win the league. City are still there. City are still firmly. I think they're still bookies' favourites to win, but they're still firmly there. They're not going away. Like, I'm still very confident in the league. I'm confident with Champions League. I'm confident in everything. And this is I wouldn't say a statement performance, because again, like people are going to say it's only Brighton, but it's still fourth in the league. We dispatched Chelsea, who are first. We put out a good team and played, and we drew with Liverpool. Now we beat fourth. We're still serious. We're gonna. I have a good feeling. I have a good feeling for the next few weeks and months. But we'll leave it there anyway. Before we go, I just want to thank everyone. 500 subscribers. 500 people want to sit there and listen to us talk absolute shit about football, and thank you. We love you all. Thanks very much. Share around. I want to get to 600 now by the end of the year. So if you would, just share around, like it, comment, let us know what you thought. Thanks very much, and we'll see you in the next one.